Well, welcome back here to the live stream at the National Christian Basketball Homeschool Championships. We are in Springfield, Missouri, particularly at Ozark High School, as we are set for the boys 16U Division I 6A gold ball game between the the HEA Firebirds and the Oklahoma Flame, as nearly the first basket of the game right out of the gate, but no good.
It's a good point. We're going to have to be careful about that. We just had MHEA. Now we've got HEA.
The Firebirds are wearing the black jerseys with the orange trim. Oklahoma Flame in the white jerseys, black and orange trim.
So we've got the Flame and the Firebirds, both these teams trying to keep it hot.
First points of the game for Oklahoma, 2-0 lead to start.
And if you can hear that on the broadcast, that's not the fire alarm. The school still has their school bell schedule on, and that is the bell to change classes.
Oklahoma Flame from around the Tulsa area, not too far from where we're at here in Missouri.
No, and they're actually a first-year program. They've had a lot of success. A lot of these athletes have been at this tournament before, but they are a brand new program out of Oklahoma.
Daniel Turner knocks down that three-pointer.
So they're looking for their first gold ball.
And they're quickly up 5-0 on the Firebirds, who are from around the Ann Arbor area of Michigan.
Flame have done a good job thus far on all cylinders. Oh, just rolls in.
Yeah, beautiful
find.
And
that's going to be a quick timeout by HEA.
Apologize, we don't have a number 5 on the roster here who made the layup there for Oklahoma.
I'll see if I can, next time out, figure out who number 5 is.
We'll try and track that down for you. Quick 7-0 lead here for Oklahoma.
Oh, that is the wrong one. Oh, okay.
Apologize for that. Looks like we've got the wrong roster here. We'll get the correct one for Oklahoma. Firebirds inbound the ball and turn it over here. Corner three, number 33. He knocks it down, his second three. And it's 10-0.
Yeah, that's 10-0 in a hurry.
Couple threes, a few turnovers. Firebirds on the break. Can't complete. Oh, another find to number 5 down low. That's a couple times for him now. Full court pressure here from Oklahoma, creating the turnover. And again, gets it to go. He's got 6 points.
Wow.
Of Oklahoma's 14.
This length and pressure from Oklahoma causing all kinds of problems for HEA. Doing a good job of beating the offensive player to the spot. A little too aggressive that time, but you'll live with that aggression if it comes to a score like this.
I could have made this easier for you, but you'll have
I can lose, but it's got to be a fair game. Come on.
there's some on the other.
Hey, coach.
So it'll be Oklahoma ball here, 14-0.
And that number 5 we've been talking about is Quan Young. He's been very active, as has number 24, David Turner.
No good on the three-point attempt. Firebirds still looking to get their first basket of the game, get on the scoreboard. Working the ball around. Schwenk with the three. That one he gets it to go. Welcome to the scoring sheet.
It's a big response. It can be a lot of pressure when you see that 0 up on the scoreboard. You start getting some baskets to fall, you feel a lot better about the situation.
Turner's three, he knocks it down again. I think that's his third three of the game. Turner and Young have been the scoring forces for Oklahoma.
And HEA's gotten some good looks. Like we've talked about in this tournament, a couple of layups that have just rolled in and out.
Young creates the turnover. He's going to go all the way, can't finish. And a foul is going to be called on number 24, David Turner.
Yeah, that's actually Turner's second, so he's going to have to come out. But
So
looks like Quan Young took off pretty early for that layup.
He did.
And he's got the athleticism to kind of float up there and lay it in, just left it a little short.
So we've got a David Turner and a Daniel Turner on Oklahoma.
We never assume relation, but I think the odds are high.
Be a safe bet. That three-pointer in and out from Schwenk.
And Schwenk's had a couple of good looks now. You can tell he likes to and is comfortable from behind that line.
Looking to get it in, and it's going to be intercepted by Turner. He's going to push ahead.
Yeah, those cross-court passes are tough.
Kicks out to Lucas Wyatt. Oh, in and out, but right there for the putback is number 3, Dawson Bell. 19-3 now. Smothering pressure, commits the foul. Foul's going to be on Brady Tuggle.
And as a reminder, this is the 6A gold ball game. So the winner of this game will get the hardware and the medals and then continue their run to the undisputed.
Schwenk looking for help. He's got 2 guys on him. Working the ball inside and then back out. Mid-range jumper, that one, beautiful shot. James Valentine. Good look inside, easy lay in for Brady Tuggle. Schwenk drives, now he's smothered. There's a fight for the ball on the floor. Oklahoma end up with it, but a whistle here. Fouls on number 25, Eli Dewey.
It was an accident. I saw it. He kicked you in the face. It was an accident. Keep playing.
21-5 here, minute 50 in the first quarter. Oklahoma has come out strong in this one, to say the least.
They certainly have. And, you know, you never want to be in a situation where you look up and it's 21-5 in the first quarter. But I think that's a real testament to Oklahoma and the job that they've done, both on the defensive end with the pressure, but also on the offensive end. I mean, they've just been knocking down threes, and that will run that score up in a hurry. But we mentioned this in the last broadcast, you know, that halftime score was 29-25. It's rare to see a JV team score 21 or more in the first quarter.
Dawson Bell commits the foul, and that puts Ellis Blair on the free throw line. First one, no problem. Good chance for some easy points. And he hits both. Oklahoma, part of the equation here is their size, pretty good size and length team here compared to the Firebirds. Working it inside, mid-range fadeaway jumper, good from Dawson Bell.
That's a tough shot.
Great body control as he was just kind of falling slightly away on the catch and shoot. Firebirds swinging around, looking for that opening. Three-pointer on the right side, that one just short.
If they can just get some of those to fall, I think they'd be right back in this, but that's The story of basketball, right?
Fouled on the shot. The shot counts. Brady Tuggle will go to the free throw stripe for the old-fashioned three-point play. Carson Stinson checks in, number 23 for the Firebirds. Gets it to go. That three-pointer too strong. Call the foul there on number 13, Noah Schwink. Oklahoma works it inside. Floater is going to be too short. Offensive rebound. Dawson Bell, he drives, pulls up at the free throw line. Can't get it to go.
Yeah, good defensive rebound from HEA. You can tell that's a shot that Bell is really comfortable with. It's a tough degree of difficulty, but he looks smooth on that jumper.
Luke House is fouled as he drove baseline.
And that's going to put HEA on the free throw line shooting 2. Again, for any viewers back home, we've got a little bit of different rules when it comes to fouls this year. We've been mentioning it over the course of the broadcast, but last year you had a situation where if your team had 7 fouls in the first half, that led to a bonus. Now it's 5 per quarter. It's no longer a 1-and-1 situation. You get 2 every time.
Daniel Turner back in the game for Oklahoma. In and out on the second one. 26-8, 8 seconds. Dawson Bell with it. Kicks it back out. Deep three on the right wing. Falling down, can't get it to go. And that's the end of the first quarter. 26-8. Oklahoma Flame come out strong. You could say come out flaming.
I think that's
dominating.
Fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. And what you've noticed is that their size and speed is something that's going to be very difficult to contend with. We just mentioned that in the last broadcast between MHEA and Thesa. Both those teams were playing hard, playing well, and ultimately MHEA's execution won out. In this game, Oklahoma's been executing extremely well, especially early on. They just had an onslaught of threes and layups and steals. And I think now that HEA is getting into a little bit more of a rhythm, a little bit more of a groove, right? Sometimes you talk about it in the analogy of, sometimes you get hit in the mouth and you figure out how to respond. And so I think HEA is going to figure out how to respond. Again, it's a tough opponent, and it's quite possible that a lot of the things that they're doing is just really hard to counter. But I think HEA calms things down, slows things down, and I wouldn't be surprised if they made a little run to get right back in this thing.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier a moment ago that if a few of those three-pointers are dropping for the Firebirds, the game has a different complexion to it. So there's still plenty of opportunity for that to happen.
They've had about 3 that are wide open, and they hit those. We're having a completely different conversation right now.
So Firebirds get the first possession of the second quarter here. They get it into Schwenk. That floater no good. Oh, and he's grabbing his ankle there.
He might have landed awkwardly. Trainers come in right there immediately. One of the things about being here in Springfield is a lot of these courts have got trainers readily available, and they've done a good job all week long. We saw a couple of those situations last night over at Drury. So as he's getting looked at, we'll go ahead and take a quick intermission.
We are back here Noah Schwank had to come out of the game as he's getting that ankle looked at. And the Firebirds will take it under their basket. Nearly stolen away, but not so. Luke House, Rebenot was driving, or rebound. Firebirds working it around. They got the corner three open, and he knocks it down. That's number 23, Carson Stenson.
Yeah, that's a big-time shot. That's how you're going to battle back into this game. Get some stops, get some good-looking shots. Plenty of game left. Much more active on defense now. That leads to a traveling violation by the Flame.
So just like that, you take your time, get the shot you want, knock it down. And here you need to take advantage of the opportunities and turnovers. That shot is blocked by Dawson Bell, and he'll take it himself the other way. Kicks out for the three, that one's short. Oh, soaring in for the rebound is Young, and he'll be fouled on his putback attempt.
Yeah, and there's just a lot of height and length on that Flame team. You saw Dawson Bell, who's had some pretty jumpers right about that free throw line extended. That time denied the shot on the other end, comes down, dishes off to a teammate that got a good look at it as well. I mean, this Flame team is just littered up and down with players that you can tell are playing at the highest level.
David Turner and Lucas Wyatt check into the game here for Oklahoma. Young hits both of those. Nearly stolen away by Turner. Baseline drive into the paint, spins, looking, no good on the shot.
It's a great move.
It was.
That's exactly what you're looking for. Meanwhile, Young on the other end goes over the top, tips it to his teammate. Man, that is tough.
David Turner right there. David Turner and Young are pretty nice-sized young men. Two kind of towers who also can shoot and do everything on the perimeter as well as inside.
Yeah, and that's really been the story so far in terms of that size on both offense and defense. Offense, they can knock down the three. They've got the big men that can get it down low. We saw Dawson Bell hit some mid-range shots. There's not really anything they're lacking offensively. And so for HEA, what you've got to be able to do is you want to try to limit. You're not going to be able to fully stop, but you want to try to limit. You want to put yourselves in those right spots where you're between your man and the basket, where you're turning and getting a good box out whenever there's a defensive rebound. You know, play the man offhand if you can. You know, if you see that they're right-hand dominant, try to play them directly to the left hand. You want to try to limit the things that they want to do to make it more difficult. Right, throughout the course of the game, you want it to be hard every single time that they're down the floor. Meanwhile, on the offensive end, they've gotten a lot of good looks. And again, some of that is just the way the ball falls. Sometimes it's your shot's falling, sometimes it's not. But either way, you can continue to attack. You can continue to get good, open, easy looks as best as possible. And you continue to fight. Right? There's a lot of fight in this HEA Firebird team. And we'll see how they choose to respond.
Full court pressure here from the Heat, or excuse me, the Flame. We got the Flame and the Firebirds, so a lot of heat in this game. Firebirds moving the ball around the perimeter, looking for that opening. It's going to be out of bounds, staying here.
Flame are doing a good job of just getting involved every time on the passing lane. They're getting hands in the passing lanes. They're very active with their feet.
Good look inside. James Valentine for two. Young drives. Can't get it to fall. Opportunity for the Firebirds to make up some ground. Now there's a loose ball here. It's going to be a jump ball call going back the other way. .447 left in the half, 30-13. Oh, tried to get it inside to Young, but he had two guys draped all over him. And Young ended up committing the foul.
Firebirds did a great job of reading that pass. Like you mentioned, they had two people on it, and that led to a steal and then a Quan Young foul.
Bell nearly stole that ball away, but the Firebirds somehow kept it, and now they're going to get called for a travel. Eli Dewey checks in for the Flame.
Flame just have so many players they can run off the bench at you. When you have these high-pressure defenses, that it just becomes so tough when you've got a lot of players that can come in with fresh legs.
Dewey is fouled by James Valentine. And number 14, Luke Rebant, checks in for the Firebirds. Got a shoe getting tied there. And we're ready here. He finds Turner in there. Nice little scoop shot, but off the backboard, and there is Young for the putback.
Flame do a lot of things right, and they steal that one. They put themselves in the correct positions a lot of times, right? They're in those positions to get offensive rebounds. They're putting themselves in these positions to get steals, and they are creating a lot of opportunities for themselves on offense.
So Quan Young is at the line here. And in for the Flame, number 35, Brady Tuggle. Young hits both. Firebirds getting the ball across, handling the pressure. Inside find. Now back out. That three-pointer is good. Nice shot, Luke House.
Good looking shot. HEA has the three-pointers to get themselves back in the game. They're a prolific shooting team historically as a program.
Dawson Bell sizing up the defender. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebant with it on the right side. Uh-oh, he needs help. He's trapped. And, yeah, double dribble call there.
Yeah, sometimes when you see that, you never know if the ball got knocked and tipped, which allowed that player to get a new dribble. But that time he stepped through, and even though the ball was hit, he didn't lose possession. And so by taking that extra dribble, that was the violation. But sometimes those are a real 50-50 close call. I think the refs got it right that time.
Firebirds keeping up the defensive pressure on Oklahoma. Quan Young, nice drive and control for two.
And they are just going downhill. Every time they're on possession, you see players cutting towards the basket. You see players driving towards the basket. Now that they have this lead, they are not going to settle for three-pointers.
Nice two-point shot, Levi Rebant.
And that's a great job controlling the handle.
Quan Young at the top, drives left side, kicks it back out. Dawson Bell's three is off the front of the iron.
And that was just after I said they're not going to settle for threes. There we go.
Taken away by Turner.
Good shots. And
oh my! Young with one hand and authority throws it down, 38-18.
And him at that point of attack on defense is just so tough.
Tipped away by Bell, and he gets it back on the fast break all alone. Left hand lay in. Wide open on the other end is Luke House. Oklahoma recovers. Yeah, that ball was tipped. So it's going to stay here, I believe. And a timeout by Oklahoma.
So 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the first half. And the refs did a good job explaining to the coaches that out of the timeout, that pass was tipped. It looked at first like an errant pass, but I don't think he threw it that poorly. He looked like he had a man cutting, was looking to throw it to him, and it was tipped out of bounds, so it'll stay with HEA. But you look up, and it is 40-18. And that's certainly not what you would expect out of a gold ball game. But, again, these teams come to nationals, and you just have no idea what to expect. A lot of these teams throughout the year, different regionals will have the broadcast where you can watch Baller TV, and you can watch every single game that was played at the regional, because now they set up that camera at half court, and it'll flip halves whenever it does player tracking on motion tracking. So as the players move to that half, the camera flips to this side of the court, and it flips to the other. And this is an advertisement for Baller TV, but the reason I say that is because you'd be surprised how many of these teams, they come to these tournaments at nationals, and they have watched film on these teams. Not sure if that's the case here, but I would not be surprised.
So turnover here, Flame ball. Under 2 to play in the first half. It has been all Oklahoma in the first 2 quarters. Oh, stolen away by Valentine.
Nice feed.
Great find inside Ellis Blair, the recipient of that beautiful pass.
Yeah, that pass whipped in there with the left hand, and that probably is more a fair representation of what HEA is looking like and what they want to do. Unfortunately, they give up the backdoor cut on the other end.
That ball's tipped right into the hands of Valentine. Stinson with it. He's surrounded, ball tipped away, keeps it in bounds. Three-pointer left side, too strong.
But that's exactly what you want. I mean, that was great patience from HEA. They got a great look at it, and just unfortunately, the story of the game, they have not been able to convert from long range.
Bell drives, kicks.
It looks
30,
like
yeah.
Oklahoma bench was saying that they want to hold up, but they are going to take a shot and go to the line, shooting 2.
Daniel Turner will shoot free throws as he hit the floor pretty hard there, but he's all right. And he hits them both. Firebirds looking to get a bucket or 2 here before the half, and that one's stolen away by Bell. And then immediately intercepted by Valentine. House driving in the lane, puts it up, no good. Gets his own rebound. Under 10 seconds, deep 3. That one off the backboard. 2 seconds now. Bell gets it up and can't get it to fall at the buzzer. 44-20 is the halftime score. Oklahoma Flame have taken control. It's a gold ball game here. We'll be back in just a few minutes after this halftime break. Well, we are underway in the second half. HEA Firebirds and the Oklahoma Flame boys 16U gold ball game in Division I, 6A. So far, the story of the first half, Paul, is the size and the speed and the scoring of the Oklahoma Flame.
Yeah, they've done a good job of using all three to their competitive advantage. Again, not a lot to say other than it's been an impressive showing. HEA's battled and missed a lot of shots. Again, even like that one, wide open three-pointer. But you continue to take your chances, take your opportunities. But Flame have done a very impressive job on all facets of today's game.
Valentine handling the ball, picks up his dribble, needs help. Turns it over, it's going to be Quan Young on the break. Lays it in, nice body control. A little bit of contact.
Looked like he just started levitating as soon as he got to the free throw line.
That pass out of bounds, turns it over. And into the game for Oklahoma, number 23, Lucas Wyatt. Dawson Bell brings it up here. Tall, number 3, wearing the sleeves. But it's Young on the drive, and ooh, nice finger roll in. Just rises up real high over the defender. And we've got a whistle here. It's going to be a foul. That foul's on James Valentine. Bell at the top. And Valentine again. He was on Bell there as the entry pass made its way into the big man. Derek Barnard checks into the game for the Firebirds. We'll do the out of bounds play again. Bell to Young, pass deflected. And the Firebirds come up with the turnover here.
Keep moving it, keep moving it. Look out for set.
Yeah, Flame are not giving any easy passing lanes, so you could hear the Firebirds coach yelling pass fakes and different things like that.
Drive, ooh, nice scoop shot in the lane, but can't get it to fall. Quan Young with it, gives it off. Eli Dewey, mid-range jumper. Offensive rebound. And he stepped out of bounds on the baseline. The ref was right there to see it.
But one thing you'll notice with the Oklahoma Flame is that they're not slowing down, right? They're not getting comfortable, 28-point lead. They're still pressing. They're still hustling for every ball. They're still rebounding.
Carson Stinson traveled on his drive to the basket. Bell with it, off the screen, to the screener, but out of bounds. Turns it over.
It's a good look, just a little bit low.
Turnovers here, a few opportunities for the Firebirds to capitalize. But they turn it right back over. Quan Young by himself. Oh! Too strong on the jam. He had one of those in the first half. Couldn't get that one down.
And you'll live with those. I mean, those are big momentum swingers. Not that there's any momentum needed, but you tend to fire your team up.
Stinson on the drive, splits defenders, pulls up, no good.
HEA's still done a really good job of attacking as well. They've gotten some good looks at the basket, but again, just can't get anything to fall.
Dewey, baseline drive, gets by the defender, nice lay-in. .30-point lead now, 50-20. Another turnover. Young ahead on the break. No good. Firebirds get it the other way, and then out of bounds is the pass. Brady Tuggle back in the game for Oklahoma. Xavier Whitaker also in the game, his first minutes, along with Deacon Bryce, number 10. Whitaker looks for Dewey. Little mid-range floater, no good. Back out, that was a deep 2, I believe, by Deacon Bryce. Looks like that was a 3-pointer, actually. Jump ball.
So Josh, one thing that you don't really like to think about at this point in the game, but it is worth mentioning that in the fourth quarter, if this lead were to hold at this difference, then there would be a running clock in the fourth quarter. So at the Nationals, if a team has a 30-point lead in the fourth quarter, we have a running clock, and that doesn't stop until the team gets under 30 points.
Firebirds nearly came up with the steal, but can't help themselves, falling out of bounds, trying to corral the ball. A few substitutions here for HEA. Levi Rebant. Derek Barnard in the game. Another turnover here for Oklahoma. They've had a few turnovers in the third period.
Yeah, Dawson Bell was imploring his teammate to throw it up. He's like, hey, I can get it up there. Down by my feet. I don't want to always have to work for that one.
Trapped in the corner, and a foul's going to be called. Foul on Brady Tuggle. That one was nearly stolen by Whitaker, but he was out of bounds as he was doing so, so it's going to stay on this side. Valentine. Back over to Rebant. He needs help. He's surrounded. Couple guys on him. Looking for help still. Rebant. Back over to Valentine. He splits defenders. And that pass is going to be out of bounds here. Oklahoma ball.
One thing HEA can do, which is easier said than done, is whip that ball. It seems like they're holding the ball just a little bit long on some of these traps, playing into the Flame defense.
Bell shuffles the feet there. Travel violation. Luke Coy checks in, and number 45, Ellis Blair for the Firebirds. Cross-court pass to Valentine. Blair trying to drive somewhere, nowhere to go. Gets it to Valentine. Floater in the lane, no good. Deacon Bice. Now to the corner to Dewey. Bell's three at the top of the three-point line. Beautiful shot.
Just
he is filling it up.
Good execution from Oklahoma. Again, they're not overtly, trying to embarrass anybody. They're just continuing to play hard and play well, and they've got to continue to execute because they've got games to continue this week. Just because you go up by a big margin doesn't mean you want to start not continuing to run the things that you've been wanting to run. Now you have an opportunity to start getting some subs in, some guys that have been at practice, maybe not as much playing time during the week, but it's an excellent opportunity to get some guys on the deeper down the bench to get them some good experience. And that last possession right there, if that is not the story of the game, excellent shot, even close to the basket, can't go in for HEA.
Bice on the drive, left hand, nice move. 25 seconds in the third quarter, 58-20. Firebirds looking to score here in the third quarter.
Nice
Blair.
pass. Nice take. Wow.
Oh,
Excellent
Ellis
drive.
Blair, yeah, great move on the baseline. He's fouled in the process.
Yeah, showing the athleticism. He was at rim level as he laid that in.
Luke House checks in for the Firebirds. No good on the free throw, but it's out of bounds off of the Flame, so it'll stay here for another Firebird possession. 11 seconds in the quarter. Five seconds, he's trapped, needs help.
Yeah, you've got to fire that up.
Ooh, a little baseline floater as time runs down. Luke Coy, his first bucket of the game. So it's 58-22 as we head into the fourth period, or excuse me, 58-24. The Oklahoma Flame came out, took control of the game, and they have not let go.
No, as a matter of fact, when we talked earlier in the game, you know, it was at one point, I think 21-8 or 21-10, something like that. And from there, the game kind of just took a turn, unfortunately for the worse for HEA. But again, Oklahoma Flame looking like they're going to win the 6A Gold Ball Championship, which means that they would then continue on into the Gold Ball Showdown Series tomorrow, which is in essence the national semifinal. And then, of course, on Friday, if they win that game, they would play for an undisputed, and I would not be surprised to see this team there on Friday. Granted, I don't know the other 16Us, but this is a strong 16U team.
Indeed it is. They've got a number of the boys here that are on the 16U team that also play on the varsity team.
Hey, Adam.
So lots of good experience for the Oklahoma team here.
No, so it's 30 points is running clock, and if it goes under 30, then you stop it.
Well, I mean, we're playing normal high school rules. Normal high school rules, 30 points in the fourth, it doesn't matter if they agree or not.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's
It'll run.
Sorting out the clock situation there, so now everyone's on the same page. Again, it's the running clock with the 30-point lead this late in the game. If they get it under 30, it'll go back to normal clock stoppage.
Good job, Warren.
Right now it's 34-point lead, which is an impressive showing from Flame.
Oh, another beautiful three. Lucas Wyatt, his first of the game.
At some point, you just kind of run out of adjectives to describe what the Flame have been able to do in this game, executing a game plan to perfection. Meanwhile, some mishaps on the other end. I mean, this is a good HEA Firebirds team, and you have a team like Oklahoma that's able to do this on a gold ball level. That is very impressive.
Luke Rebant back in the game for HEA. Whitaker is smothered and fouled. Foul on James Valentine.
Shake coach's hand.
And that's going to be 5 fouls on Valentine.
Traveling violation on Deacon Bryce.
And you mentioned it earlier, Josh. I mean, we've got the roster that was put in front of us, and initially the coach handed us a roster that said JV boys basketball. And we started looking at it, and we're like, well, none of those names match up. And so the coach came over, and he goes, oh, that's the wrong roster. And he came and handed us the varsity boys basketball roster, because by my count, 9 different players on this 16U team are on that varsity roster. So shows you that they're used to playing at this 18U level, and it has come into play here today.
Eli Dewey with the left hand there. Yeah, lots of sophomores, a couple freshmen on that varsity team.
Yeah, so that's a young varsity
here
team
in this game.
Yeah, that's a young varsity team, but that means it's a strong 16U team. I'm sure a lot of them are dual rostering, which is, again, something you're allowed to do here at their homeschool tournaments. Some teams triple roster. It just depends on the quality and what you can establish with your team. Granted, that comes into play a little bit more at the tournaments whenever your teams have, each team has a game a day. You say you're double rostered. Now that's 4 games. If you're playing 16U, has a pool play. I don't know if they had a pool play, but pretend that they did. They might have 2 games. Varsity might have 2 games. You could play 2 to 3, 4 games a day. And these are young legs, but it certainly plays a factor as you get further into the week.
Mid-range jumper, that one bounces around and out. Whitaker soars up in the air for the offensive rebound.
Wow, Whitaker got up there.
Deacon Bice took that deep 3, but couldn't get it to fall. And Bice steals it away. He's going to go, no one in front of him, lays it in for 2. Foul on Bice.
Not for nothing, but right as that foul was happening, you could hear the Flames coach saying, no fouls. And that was basically concurrent with as the foul was happening.
Falls out of bounds. Firebirds turn it over here.
Now he's joking with the score table. He's saying, hey, if you foul, you at least get your name in the book.
Well, Bice already had some points.
That's true. He's not one of those players that necessarily needs his name in the book because he's going to make it happen.
Dewey's 3 on the right wing. Nope.
And I think you're still looking to execute if you're Oklahoma. Again, you're not looking to just stall, run the time off. However, I might have had a conversation with my guys to let them know, look, we really don't need 3s at this point. I mean, unless you're just blatantly wide open. I would really try to get some sets going, maybe some things that you have been needing to practice. Again, not that this is a practice. You don't, want to treat it like it's a practice, but you can get some reps in a real-time situation, which is something you can't do at actual practice, right? You can go against your own guys. You can, run against different people at your own practice, but this is a real-time opportunity to see a team that you don't normally see during the regular season, right? They're Ann Arbor, Michigan. You're in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Unless you're at like a tip-off tournament or something, you're likely not going to match up with them. So get some reps for you guys, get some good looks, get some practice, and do it at game speed. I think that's how you kind of look at this last quarter.
Good pass inside. It was Brady Tuggle adding to the point total. Whitaker steals it away. He's going to go all the way, lays it in. Oh, yep, gets it to fall. Thought for a second that ball might roll around and off, but it went in.
Yeah, Whitaker's so quick with the hands. Speedy, got a lot of...
Referee here thought he heard the coach calling a timeout for the Firebirds.
I heard timeout.
So he blew the whistle. But coach said, nope, I wasn't saying timeout.
Coming up on a minute to play, and it looks like Oklahoma is going to secure the goal ball.
Carson Stinson knocks down a 3-pointer. He's got 2 3-pointers in the game.
We mentioned it earlier, too. This is not the end of the tournament for HEA. Essentially what that means is they will be the silver ball winner, and they will now enter into the silver ball showdown series. They'll have that game tomorrow, and then if they win that game, they can look to be the silver ball champion on Friday. Nice pass. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but ends up in his teammate's hands.
Just about 30 seconds left, and the Flame will use up the time remaining here. Bice dribbles it out, and a timeout is called. And that'll be the game. We're going to call the game here. Final score 69-29. It was all Oklahoma Flame, and congratulations, boys 16U from Oklahoma. They have won the gold ball matchup here against the HEA Firebirds in authoritative fashion. Be sure and stick around on the channel. There's a lot more gold ball basketball and competition here at the National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championships.